Right. Look at the state of what's going on in here. Um, yeah, I scheduled the live and thought I'll come and have a tidy up. And I never tidied up. I don't even know if I'm live. Let me get my iPad and get set up. At the moment, all I can see is my streaming software screen. So I'm either chatting to somebody or nobody. Who knows? Oh, it came on my phone. At the moment, I'm guessing I'm live then. My How do I turn that down? Software screen, so I've locked it. How many lives have I done? You think I would be better set up for this? Right, but now I've seen it come on my phone, I've had the alert, so I'm guessing I'm live. Oh yeah, look, I'm live. Fashion Bash is live. Let me get on here for the comments. Oh, there's people in already. I wasn't chatting to myself. Let me turn that down. Let's create a gap. Let me see who's in. I'll lift up the comments. Tiana, hello Tiana. Rook Rider, cheers for joining Rook Rider. Grum, awesome Grum. Medicine, yeah. Any second. I am in now. Rook Rider Workshop Chaos, nice, yes. You are very much live. I can see that now. I couldn't before. Yes, so you were all telling me I was live, but I couldn't see any comments because I didn't even have it turned on. Didn't even have it turned on the laptop. Right. What's going on there? Oh, the light's on. Let me go and turn that light off. Because we don't need this light on. Let's turn that off. I'll close this door. There we go. Right. And then I suppose the first thing to do is a little bit of housekeeping on this desk. Because it's a bit of a mess. I have been working on a little project for Hetherton. Let's put Woody back up there. But it's not going to be revealed until Hetherton. So that's why there's just a lot of chaos on here at the minute. But we will sort it out. How are we all doing anyway? We've got through Monday. We're now into Tuesday in the week. So how is everyone settling into their week? I don't know. Yeah. Let's start by moving some stuff. We'll put some bits. I say I'm going to put some bits away, and then I'm going to get tools back out again, aren't I? So I don't need this. Musa, hi Musa. Thank you for joining. Let's put this over here. How's your Tamiya's going, Musa? Is it still working, or have you broke it again? Right, let's move my tool bag from there to there. Yeah. I should definitely be more organised for these lives. Maybe I should have not went live at 8. Maybe I should have just let it run for 5 minutes and done this not live. But where's the fun in that? We've all got a bit of chaos in us, haven't we? So put my soldering iron away. I don't need my soldering iron. That can go in the drawer. Arms, we're going to need these. Not all of them. Just maybe one or two of them on the map. You're all saying hello to each other. That's nice. It's nice. It's nice that we all say hello to each other. While you're doing it, press the like button. Um. Hi, Mrs. Crash and Bash. Musa, yes, still working, waiting for the part. Fair enough. Fair enough. Always waiting on parts. Yes, I'm going to be waiting on parts soon. So Yeah, I'm hoping actually in the next couple of days I'm going to order the parts to fit the Asuga because Lenny sort of sidelined the Asuga and he's been over the winter. He's been really interested in like going out on his scooter, going out on his bike, which I think fair play. You know, like, at least he's out doing something. Um, but he said to me the other day, can we get my Asuga back up and running?" And he wants to do Asuga versus Talion. So I said, "Yeah, why not?" Rum. There goes you an ultimate. I said, if Traxxas give me one, you could have that one. If Traxxas give you an ultimate, fair play. But yes, you did say, I will hold you to that, Grum. In a couple of years' time, when you're massive on YouTube, you're a household name to the RC community, when you're sent an ultimate, I'll say, that needs to come to my garage for Tiana. Let's put these down here for now. Tiana, can you get the Hebeo out? Yeah, later on I will be. The Hebeo's not broken, makes a change. It's not broken. No, that's mean on the Hebeo actually. That makes the Hebeo sound unreliable, and it's not. The Hebeo is probably one of my most reliable trucks. But yeah, we need to get it down just to give it a bit of dust off. I did neglect it a bit after the last run. We took it out and it got really dusty, and I've just left it dirty. Oh. Ah, Ron, we both know how likely that I will be given one of those, though, Craig. Yeah, to be fair, I think even if you get massive and become a household name, I don't think Praxis are in the habit of giving things away like that, are they? I don't think. Well, Mr. Talbot only done a video a couple of weeks ago or last week saying that Armour had only given they was it Armour give him a car, that first ever free car from Horizon. So if you have to get to his status before getting Armour or Traxxas, yeah, we're doomed, mate. We're doomed. That's not why we're here, though, are we? These have been part of my little test, test project today, but I decided they weren't quite good enough, so they will go back in the drawer. Back in the drawer. Let me stick over there. Right, we're getting somewhere. I'm creating a space. I am creating a space. Tiana, well, Grum, I'll hold you to your word to that. I would prefer you get it on 8S2. Yeah, of course, yeah, they only come 8S, Tiana. It's 8S or nothing in the big stuff like that. Imagine Grum RC and Craig's Crash and Brass collaboration. That would be awesome. Yeah, we're going to do that. We both get free XRTs, yeah. Has anyone's T alarm gone off? I'm prepared for the T alarm. Has anybody seen these jokes anyway? The T alarm thing. I think everyone in at the minute. Yeah, I think so. I think everybody in at the minute is British, aren't they? So, have you seen this thing online with the T alarm? where the British are winding up the Americans on TikTok. It's quite funny. Brum, it would be a good collab. It would, mate. It would. Definitely up for it. Definitely up for it. And blocks of wood and screwdrivers and bits of Meccano around when I've been up to stuff. What have I been up to? Who knows? But I've made a mess whilst doing it. So I've got the X-Maxx right here. I don't think we need to do any repairs on the X-Maxx as such today. This live stream is um, more of a preparation for the weekend. Obviously, we've got Hetherton coming up. So I'm just going to look over a couple of the cars. There's a couple of little jobs. I think I need to reconnect a fan on. What do I need to reconnect the fan? The Talion. Need to reconnect the fan on the Talion. The Max needs new arms. The Hubeo just needs a bit of a clean. And I think that's it. I will have a little look over the X-Maxx, but I think the X-Maxx is all working. Right, and my tea is arriving as we speak. Excellent. Yeah, I'll look after the live stream. Yeah, definitely do, Grum. It entertained me. There's some really good videos of the Brits talking about the tea alarm that goes off. And I'm thinking I'm going to drop it in one of my videos. Just why not? Just for a giggle. Join in on the trends in it, and then I'll be able to shorten it to a short. But it'd be cool if we all do it. Right, I think that's all just scrap. Okay, let's get rid of this. Right, nearly there, nearly there. I had a clock earlier, I don't know what I've done with it. Right, what do you want first then? We arms on the Max, fan on the Talion, or clean off the Hubeo. What do you want? I'm going to try and get through all three tonight. I don't think it's going to take me too long, but I, I have a habit of saying, oh, it won't take me too long, and then 2 hours later. Just looking for a bit of a clock. There we go. This one will do. That will go. We can keep that and get rid of that. Oh, there we go. What are we saying? Yeah. I was kind of thinking of doing the cleaning last because of the mess. The Typhon diffs are mint now, Craig. Excellent. Excellent, yeah. There was a lot that went on with them last night, so all is well. I would say that your issues could have well been that centre diff. where the spur gear had come away from that housing, that would definitely cause crunchy noises. My X-Maxx done it not long ago, and then I done a live stream and found that option. Found that option, found that problem. So that's very good, Grum. I'm pleased that they work. They're rapid, aren't they, those Typhons? They are rapid. Clean the Hebeo while I try and get the receiver and wires inside the tiny box of mine. Yeah, they do have a small box of standard. Mine's got the slash 4x4 receiver box. I cheated, just zip tied that to the top of the steering. Not steering, the servo housing. Nathan, evening, Craig. Good evening, Nathan. Thank you for joining, mate. What body of water are you in today? You've been in the bath, you've been in a hot tub. Where are you today? You in the shower? Are you swimming? What was the options again? Yeah, that's a good idea. Dirty job last. Yeah, I thought so, because it's just going to have dust everywhere. It's Grum, you sent it today and nearly landed in someone's garden. That's ace. That is ace. That is ace. You use the Armour receiver box in most your RCs. Yeah, it's a good receiver box. Nathan in bed. Yeah, waterbed? Is it a waterbed? Could be. You've got work at 1. No way. Do you know what's a waterbed? It's a bed full of water. Like an air bed, but instead of being filled with air, it's filled with water. Okay. I think, let's put ease of getting started right now. Stay hotter in there. I'm going to do the max, I think, just because it is here. Well, that's the body. I don't need that. I don't need the max body. Just need the max. The good old abused, beaten up max. I was wondering about changing this X-Maxx servo back out because I don't think it's that great. I've got a 25 kilo just cheap Amazon servo. So I think it was better than this X-Maxx servo. But it's in and it works. So it can stay in. What I need, because I'm going to meet Lenny tomorrow. And I think we're going to do some max sends. But the last time we were out doing some sends, we snapped the arm here. I don't think I've made a short of that yet, actually. I need to get that out. We went to a skate park, a different skate park. It's featured on the channel before, but yeah, we've ended up with a little bit of play here. So these steering rods, they're no good. Stay away from metal steering rods in your Max. They'll do you no favours. But yeah, we broke an arm anyway. There. And I'm sure I've repaired an arm. Yeah, it's a bit crude, but while I've got one on order, I've got orders coming Friday, so rather than repair that, we're going to bang this one back on, because that one, yeah, that's the wrong side. That's that side. Well, there is a break in that as well, so I could change that one for a red one, this one for an old orange one. I've got another orange one. Oh, that's that side there. No. So I could put a pair of orange ones on the front, but then, oh no, it'll be all too matching then, because then I would have a full orange lower and upper set on the front. and a full blue set on the back. We don't want that, do we? We want like a red one there, an orange one there, and then orange ones on the top. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Yeah, wobbly bed. Yeah, I'd imagine I've never had water bed, but I would imagine quite wobbly. And yeah, what if it pops? Surely they must be quite tough. You'd think they're pretty solid, wouldn't you? It's quite treacherous if you have it. God, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'd cope with that. Having to deal with a cat scratching on your waterbed. Like, no, that would be dodgy. Right, let's bring the tool bag back here. What am I going to need? God knows. Are there any heads left on them? Not really. We'll try and get them out. We'll try. I'm all over the place today. All over the place. See, sometimes I am a little bit organised, but today is not one of those times. So we'll use that to dig them out. Then they are this side, I think. Yeah, they're that size. Then I think that's going to be all I'm going to need. I think. Until it's not and I need something else. But where's the red one? There. There we go. I've now got the full set. So, oh, I bet. No, it's not that, guys. I'll be with you in a minute. Chat amongst yourselves. I'll be there in a second. For that one. Yeah, there we go. Right. Tell you what, it's going to be a hell of a difference in trucks after you're going to watch the Max be worked on with all its rough parts. And then the Talion's going to come up. They're so different trucks. Tiana, I run a cat called John. That's okay. All right. Rum, tried my new camera out when I sent the Typhoon. I got some epic footage of the sky. How is that camera, mate? Is it any good? I do need to get myself a different camera. I need to get myself like an action cam or something like that. I just, because I film everything on my phone, apart from this. Should we just adjust this camera? Oop, that's too much adjusted. We'll bring you down just like that. Is that okay? Is that all right? Yeah, you all settled and happy there? Are you okay with that? Yeah, how is your camera, Grum? Because after you mentioned it, I did have a look at them on Amazon. I thought, oh, they're not bad actually. They're not a bad price, are they? Do I get one or not? I'll wait to see what quality videos you produce, and then I might get one. Is that wheel off? Yeah, we definitely need to change that. I'm not sure that this shock might have exploded as well. When you see what we were doing with it at the skate park, you won't be surprised. Oh, there is still oil in there. Just. I don't know how there's still oil in that. Right, can I get that off? Without taking the skid plate off? Maybe. Maybe I can. Nathan, you've got a cat. She likes to push things off the cupboard late at night. Yeah, that would scare me. As it hits the floor, you'd be like, "What the? What's going on?" Yeah, Sienna's put, does that not scare you? At least you can blame the waterbed if you're damp in the morning. Yeah, it happens to the best of us, I'm sure. Must be an age thing. Yeah, let me put that on. Take this off. Nathan, yes, of course, but that's her point. How dare I sleep while she's awake? Yeah, cats are a bit like that, aren't they? Yeah, look at that for a. Smashed it in two places, actually. There, the obvious break, and I think there. This part has been broken for a while, but this part was new at the weekend when we took it to the skate park. So yeah, that's is it done for that one now? Yes, I think so. We've had our use out of that one. Although some would argue I've probably had my use out of this one, but my order's not coming till Friday, so and I want this for tomorrow. It's going to get sent again tomorrow. My cars don't have a rest. She scared me so bad one night I thought I had whiplash. Yeah, from jumping up as she'd knocked things off. Yeah, I don't know why cats do that. They love to just push things off edges, don't they? Aye, aye. Nobody saw that. It's fine. The jury is out on the camera at the moment. It was dusk. Okay, didn't fare well with the dusk. Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? Dusk light. It is very difficult for cameras. Just get out there in the day and take it with you during the day and just film random bits in good daylight. And then it'll give you a bit of an idea, won't it? What it's going to be like for filming RC cars. I'm chuffed with what came in the box. Okay, so it's got a load of accessories with it and things. It's got all the like chest mounts and head mounts and all that comes with it. Nathan, while I'm here, does anyone have any advice on a bad connection on a Sky RC T100? The charger, you mean, Nath? I've got one of those there, I think. That's the T100. Is it there? Bad connection. So, yeah, Grum, you got the T200, maybe similar. Yeah, I think they're pretty much identical, just one's obviously more powerful. Yeah, Ryder, you could open it up, check it's not a dry joint or a break on the back of the connector. Yeah. Are you referring to when you go to charge a battery and it brings the error message up? I guess so. I guess that's what he's referring to. Totally forgot to discharge your battery 2 weeks ago. You went to do it tonight, and I'm getting bad connection on the main port. Can you flick it over to battery meter and just plug in the balance port and see what each cell is reading at? Because it may be a bad cell, or hopefully it's just a bad, plug in the charger. Hopefully. Let's just widen that slightly. Lock that in. Excellent stuff. Outer hole is what we're going for on this one. A bit of a feel through for it. Nope, it's not wanting to play. Grum, yes, in the box. 2 batteries, a mic, a remote, loads of brackets and mounts, waterproof box and cables. Mate, that's excellent. For the money as well, because I have had a look. They're very well priced, aren't they? It's funny, I was looking at one. There was one in BM Bargains of all place, an action cam with a load of different mounts and stuff. It says it was 1080p, but I just somehow didn't believe it being in B&M, so I left it there. But Amazon's good because you can see all the reviews, can't you? You can see all of the reviews. Does the error come up when it performs the battery check, Nathan? Yeah, it's a good question, Grum. It allows me to check the voltage on the cells and it allows me to charge but not storage. Oh, and sometimes it does the error on check. It sounds to me, have you got like an adapter plug? Obviously, try different batteries if you can and see if it's the battery or the charger. And it may be like on mine, because it's XT60 into the charger, but all my batteries are XT90. So I've got an adapter that lives plugged into the charger permanently. Could be that. It could be that. Alad, hello Alad. Thank you for joining. What are you doing? I am just changing this arm on the Max because we snapped one when me and Lenny and Tiana were out at the weekend. So just changing this, and then I've got a fan to rewire up on Talion because the cable broke. Just the fan cable, I think it ripped out in a crash. That's my fault. I mean, yeah, it's obviously my fault. I jumped them like an idiot, but um, it was because I think I've made the cables a bit too tight and then zip tied them up. And then as the truck's landed on a heavy landing, it's not cooked and it's ripped the cable out. So yeah, I took a punt on it. It's 4K apparently. As I said, with the Amazon stuff, because of the reviews, you can generally trust what it says if it's got enough reviews. Buying it from a shop like B&M for 25 quid, I wasn't convinced. Naturally. Alan, what do you call a blind monkey? Here he goes. Here he goes. A chimp can't see. Craig, tell Alan the joke. No, mate, you said we could use it unless you're in the chat and then it's yours. So the floor is yours, Grum. It was a good joke that you produced last night. I did like that one. Oh, why doesn't that want to go in? Oh, looks like the header that's completely gone. Have I got a spare? Nathan, I've got one battery. I've charged in total 5 times. Great start to my electric RC hobby. It's going as well as my nitro experience. It can feel like that they do battle you a lot of the time. Sorry, I've just said Rum's joke. It is funny. Slightly longer. Probably slightly too long, but better too long than too short. Yeah, Grum, I promise. Electric RCs are much more reliable. Yes, they run easier. They're easier to turn on than a nitro, definitely. You can sometimes feel like they do battle you. You go out with it and it just wants to break. You're like, come on. Nathan, not in my experience, Grum. I've been out 5 times with the car and it's broken 4 of those times. That is unlucky, Nathan. That really is unlucky. I mean, generally, when I go out with my stuff, unless I'm being stupid, which, alright, is most of the time, I expect it to come back not broken. I don't go out with the intention to kill my cars. That's never the intention to break it. I always want to bring it home working, ideally. Sometimes that's not the case, but generally that is my intention. Put the torch on a minute. Let's have a look in there. Ah, yes, I see. It's a bit of screw. Turn that off. It is one of these, I think. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So the had come a little bit loose. That's better. That's better. So let's plug that back into there. Rider, if the charger was powered off with the battery plugged into it for a long time, Might have affected one of the chips on the PCB. Yeah, maybe I mean, that's past my knowledge. I can't even guess or put in a sensible answer to that. But I suppose if power's going to it from the battery for a long period, it's very possible. Yes, Grum. What's the difference between a hippo and a Zippo? And Alan got it right. A Zippo is lighter. A Zippo is a little lighter, yeah. Funny. But why can't I get that to line up? I'm having line up issues tonight. Well, that lines up. It's just being an arse. Don't be an arse. Yeah, well done, Alan. What's the difference between a Canadian bumblebee and a USA one? Oh, I saw that earlier. I nearly screenshotted that, Alan, and put it in our group for you. I forgot the answer though. Why is that not going in there? What am I doing wrong? That goes in there. That definitely goes in there. Aha, there we go. There we go. I got it to play ball. I've always hot swapped batteries on my T100, but I wouldn't leave the charger turned off for more than a few minutes with the battery connected to it. Yeah. I never turn off the charger before disconnecting a battery. Then I haven't read the manual. Yeah, I don't leave batteries plugged into the charger and turn the charger off. I know, terrible of me. I've put batteries onto storage charge and then just left them for hours. So they would have been finished like 4 hours ago, but the charger's still on. And then I'll come down, just check them again and unplug them. But yeah, I've never left it plugged in. Alan, nice hoodie, Craig. Yes, mate. I'm representing the group tonight. Representing the group. Yeah, Grum, Alan, what steaming comes out of cows. We all know this one. We'll stay quiet. Hold on, my laptop's just made a noise. That's okay. It is plugged in. Was the battery connected to it for those 2 weeks? Is the question. I should have asked that to start with. Craig, that's a lie. What's a lie? What did I say? Oh, you're probably right. I've waffled and not thought. Nathan, I'm going to start not reading them. I've never looked at instructions or manuals before until now. uh, Nath, no rider, all disconnected. Right, so they've not been plugged in for the 2 weeks. That's good. I would say, Nath, um, if the battery is reading on the balance port, when you put the charger onto battery meter and you plug it in, if it's reading all the cells at a sort of decent voltage, then the reason it's not going to charge must be that adapter cable that takes it from XT60 to whatever your battery is. Yeah. It's not discharged itself into an unpowered charger, yeah. Both ports act the same with this battery, or is it just the one side? Good question. Check both sides of the charger. Matt Hurst, hello Matt, thank you for joining. What is the difference between a giraffe and a JCB? I don't know, mate. I don't know. A giraffe, a JCB has hydraulics, and a giraffe has high bollocks. I like that. Alan, Craig, what mods are you doing for Hetherton? No mods. No mods. Oh, that doesn't feel very... I don't think there's any oil in that shock. Or that one. Um, I've got a little bit of shock oil. I need to top up on my oils. I'm low on my oils. Yes, you thought it was you only doing jokes, Alan? No, we all do jokes now. We all like telling jokes. Why not? Chris with a C would love this. I'm sure he'd join in. He'll tell some joke. Yeah, it's a good one, Matt. It is good. Nathan, right. I've got up, it's port A, it's working correctly, but on B, but not on A. So port A on the charger has given up on you for some reason. Is that what we've discovered? Yeah. Yeah. The old fucking email. Oh, you got to email and then wait, and then they email you back. I'd much rather just phone someone and tell them down the phone. So, Nathan, is the battery that you're using an XT60? Does it just plug straight in? Because instead on mine, I've got these permanent fixtures in my charger. Because all my batteries, so that goes into the charger XT60, and that is the XT90. So I leave that permanently in my charger. But I have had it in the past where I've damaged one of these and it tells me bad connection or broke connection. Um, and yeah, I tried batteries and all sorts and then worked out it was a solder joint in one of these. So maybe if port B is working and you've got one of them, try that in port A and see if that's the case. Yeah, so yours is the XT60 to EC5, yeah. So maybe, I don't know if you've tried it already, but try that in the port that works. Swap these over in your charger. See if that makes a difference. Yeah, what did you ask, Alan? Sorry, mods. I'm not doing any mods for Heatherton unless you count putting on arms that aren't broken to pieces as a mod. It's more a bit of preventative maintenance I'm doing. And in fact, I don't even think I'm going to take the Max to Heatherton. I might do. I might do. Have to see how much room's in Mark's car. And I've decided I'll drive down to Mark's and then I'm going to chuck everything in Mark's car. But there's already going to be two X-Maxes, a big rock, a Talion, a Papeo, possibly a Creighton, all in Mark's car. So we'll see what we can fit in. I mean, this is small. I'm sure we can chuck this in. It's a good backup vehicle, isn't it? The Max. Yeah, that's got no oil in it. Am I bothered for tomorrow? Not really. Not really. I think I'll just send it at a skate park tomorrow and go from there. Right, let me just sort the laptop. I've got a lot of things popping up on it. You get rid of that. There we go. I've got things popping up on the laptop in the corner of my eye, and it's like you keep looking down at it like, what's going on? But it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do for Lenny battering it tomorrow. And maybe a backflip in the garage later, we'll see. We'll see. Right, that was an easy enough job. Oh, I didn't change that on. Nah, it's not broken enough yet. We'll take it as a spare. I've changed the one that was broke. I think the rest of it is fine. Shall I check? Shall I check that the rest of it is fine? That one. Click that on. Huh, what have I done there? We're going to go that way. Yeah, that was it. That's better. That's better. Oh, your charger's only 3 months old. Yeah. Shouldn't do that after 3 months. Definitely not. Definitely not. Yeah, send it back, Nath. It's under warranty, send it back. Be right back. Got to find my son's phone that's vanished. Yeah, well, that works. Oh, there's a slight smell of burning rubber there now. I would say the Max is fine. Uh, you wouldn't think I've got work the way these kids are back and forth yet. Allard. My throttle trim is a bit. That's better. That's better. Ooh, I was wondering if it would do a backflip off the bench, but I'm not sure it will. No, he doesn't get the grip to backflip off the bench. Right, the Max works. We'll unplug that. So that can go, take the battery out of that. So that is ready for some more abuse tomorrow. Good old Max. Right, let me go and get the Talion and we will go a fan out in that. Okay, the Talion. What bits flying out of this? It's full of stones. Full of stones. This thing is an absolute weapon. I am really looking forward to getting this round the track at Heatherton, seeing how well it can hold up, what it can keep up with, or what I can keep up with it. I'm sure the Talion's very capable. If I don't know if I'm capable enough. It's good though. It is very good. Yeah, Grum. They'll make more money that way. Well, that one was no good. That can go in the bin. Have I got googly eyes on the Talion yet? Not yet. No googly eyes on this yet. I need to get some more googly eyes in stock. I had one, I believe, yes. I have one googly eye, which one is not enough. Not unless it wants to be a cyclops. I think it'd look better with two, so we will have two on it. I just need to get some more in. I can't even remember where I got them from. I think it was like Hobbycraft or something on one of the industrial estates. I bought like a bag of 10 of them and they've all been used. But I need more. Definitely need more. So yeah, apart from fans on this, that is all. Rut Rider, I found a new inbox Talion in Yorkshire. And I really want to go and get it. Road trip. I'll come. I'll come on a road trip to get Italian. Yeah, yeah. After you've had a go on this, isn't it, Ryder? You're quite taken with the Talion, and I don't blame you. They are bloody good cars. They are bloody good. Okay, so I need to a little zip tie on that. This is the only thing I don't like about the Talion is these cables here. But this one likes to pop out of the clip. The others are okay, they're in the clip, but this one likes to pop out and then it ends up down there, chewed up with the pin and the spur. So I'm just going to push it into the clip like that and then put a zip tie around it. Just put a zip tie around that. Just to keep it a little bit safe. Because nobody likes it when their cables get chewed up in their gears. Everything is so tight on this. Not much of a gap. Oh. Huh. Come on, come on, come on. Alan, I hope it lasts more than Mark's big rock did last year. Yeah. Yeah, he had some servo issues, I think, because of I think it was the scorched hubs actually that I've got on here. Not these hubs, the ones he's got on his, but the same from Scorched RC. And I think they packed up with dust and then went really tight and then burnt out the servo. But the servo in this is a 47 kilogram servo, so it hopefully shouldn't be an issue. Right, that's the smart cable, is it? Oh no, that's from the resistor. Not the resistor, what are they called? Ripple packs. The cable popped out the ripple pack. Looking at that. You think? Oh no, it's not. No, that grey cable. I thought it had come off the ripple killers or whatever they're called. These little things. There's this grey cable. If you can see it. They're here. I thought it was off that, but it's not. I can see a black one in there. So that is the one from the smart plugs. These Spectrum stock plugs. I don't run them because all my stuff is XT90, so I'm just going to cut that back. Cut that back out the way. Don't want that getting in the way. Right, what am I going to do with that? Because they are quite short. Although I've got a load of... I think I've got enough cable on the fan. Yeah, that. Yeah, so I've got enough cable on the fan that I could come back a bit somehow and get a plug onto there. Cyclops Talion. Nah, one looks fine. No, I like two. I'm going to wait till I get two and stick two on it. I don't want Cyclops Talion. We've already got a Cyclops Tsuga. Nope, not that one. Where is it? Here, yes, there you go. So I do already have Cyclops Tsuga. So yeah, I don't want a Cyclops Talion. Yeah, I do quite like the googly eyes. It's a bit funny. Where is the Slash now, Craig? The Slash is back in the garage. Back in the garage. I want to get some new electrics in it. And then I want to go out and break it again. Because why not? I'm looking at a 3S Slash right now. The Slashes are great. I like the Slashes. Yeah, Grum, there was a nice Centum for sale, the Proline Bronco body. I think I saw that one. Michael Graham, that's one big RC. Nah, this is pretty big. You wait there. Hello, thank you for joining, by the way. This is quite a big RC. This is a big RC. Doesn't even fit on the screen. Yeah, they're a bit different, these. Yeah, this is a big RC car. We'll just drop that there. All 4x4 shortcut trucks are options at the moment. Yeah, see, mine isn't 4x4. I've got the two-wheel drive one. Alad, we haven't seen that in a while. Michael, you've got a nitro slash. That is ace. They're quite rare now. I've not seen a nitro slash for a long time. Yeah, wow, yeah. X-Maxx is pretty big. It's a bit of a unit, the X-Maxx. Right, I need to work out what I'm going to do with this fan. If I can find something with a plug on it, I may just heat shrink some wires on and go from there. I know I should solder it. I should really solder a plug onto these wires that have ripped and then I can plug it in, but I'm not going to solder cables that are as thin as high. Pointless for a fan. They'll get twisted together, and if I can find some heat shrink, then have a bit of heat shrink on them. That'll be it. There we go. Blue heat shrink. Perfect. Shall I use white? There's not any blue in the truck. What options have I got? I've got blue, I've got white, or yellow. Blue, white, or yellow. Michael Graham, I plan on getting an X-Maxx at some point. Do it. Do it. The X-Maxes, they are very good. They're not indestructible. As if you've looked on my channel, I don't know if you subscribe, thank you. If you're not subscribed, please do. And check out some of the videos and the shorts of what I do with the X-Maxx. They will break if you batter them, but they are very good. There is something quite special about the X-Maxx. Right, will that plug into there? Yes, it will. Okay. So there we go. I found this plug on this little box. This is from a Meccano set, I think. Literally put batteries in there, turn this on, it spins some of the things for Meccano, but keep it because it's got an ideal plug on it, which we're going to use now. So that's brilliant. Alan Craig, you need a primal RC raminator for size. I don't know, man. They are cool. I don't deny it. They are cool. And if somebody had one at like a bash that we go to, I would definitely be all over it and go and have a look. But do I want one? I don't know that I do. I think I would rather a smaller two-stroke. They are cool. They are cool though. Nathan, I'd like an X-Maxx, but I'm quite attached to my kidneys, and that's the only way I can afford one. Now, if I thought I could sell a kidney for some money, I would. I definitely would. But, I mean, seriously, I looked into it. I don't think it pays financially off unless you can find um, somewhere that it does, and then I'll sell one for science and I'll document it on YouTube and then buy another X-Maxx. Definitely. Oh, Michael, just subscribed. Thank you, mate. Thank you. And yeah, if you like RC cars, you'll definitely like what we get up to. It's a bit mad. We just have a bit of fun. Nothing too serious. just fun. I go out, I crash and bash, do a damage report, and then I fix a lot of things on live streams like this. Nathan, eBay your kidneys. Yeah, I just looked at Marketplace and there's a 6S Outcast on there just up the road. Oh, go get it, Grum. Go get it. 6S Outcasts are awesome. They are awesome. Oh, Michael. No way, mate. Thank you very much. I never expect people to chip into the channel, but I do massively appreciate that. Yeah, no. Thank you, mate. Much appreciated. That's really nice of you. Not many people do that, but I don't expect it. It's an option that's on the channel. I've reached that number where they allow it to happen, so of course I will put it on there, but I never push it. So yeah, mate, much appreciated. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Um, Alad, I'm sure someone would be stupid enough to give you money. Mate, if you can find someone that'll buy kidneys, I'm not sure how good mine are now. I mean, I don't drink massively. I mean, what do you class as a heavy drinker? I don't drink every single day. A little bit of a weekend, a few cans of Stella, nothing crazy. Uh, why did I look? It's always good to look at RC cars, Grum. Always good. It's worth looking, isn't it? It is worth looking. Nathan, my luck, I would sell one and the other would pack in. Yeah, I feel like that sometimes, Nath. Yeah, one would pack in, almost certainly. You're lucky, Grum. My marketplace is always trying to sell me sheds, no matter how much I search for RC cars. Mine is always showing me cars. RC cars, real cars, vans, pools. Mail order brides. The call of a new RC is stronger. Don't give in to the call. You know that you want one. Right, let me see if this fan works now. Just plug this 4S in. The test. That's that plugged in and go. Oh, clever of me. I've stood here, I've plugged it in, and I'm like, oh, none of the fans are spinning now. That's weird, isn't it? It's because I've not plugged the main splitter lead back into the ESC. So let's do that now. Let's do that now. My fingers are a bit fat. Let me get my tweezers. These are fantastic for these little plugs that go into the ESCs. Because everything's so tight on these armours and I ain't getting these little sausage fingers in that tiny gap. Ideal for holding on to the plug and offering it in. But does it go in one way or does it go in the other way? I do not know. I can't remember. Right. I know I was supposed to be good. April is a new financial year. Yeah, that's it. 1st of April, mate. You've spent nothing, have you? So I don't see a harm in it. Uh, oh no, my rocket fan doesn't work. Have I wired it the wrong way? Yay! Only fans, they both work. I know you probably can't hear them, can you? But they do work, I promise. Shall I show you? I don't know if you can see, but they are now both spinning. It was this one that had stopped, but it now works. So that's good. And this one works as well. So that's that. That is that. And only fans, Craig. Yeah, yeah. I need to earn proper money off OnlyFans, don't I? There's no reason why not. Right, so I didn't put heat shrink on. What a numpty. It's a good job I didn't solder them, innit? Good job I didn't solder them. Just go with white, I think. We'll put both of them through there. I'm not sure this heat shrink's going to shrink enough. It's quite big, this heat shrink. Quite big indeed. Let me wrap that again. Oh, I don't really want to unplug it again, but it's going to be the best way, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to be the best way to do this. Nice. Grum, my financial protection for this year states I should fake my own death for the insurance. That would be no good in my case. I haven't even got life insurance on myself. Michael, where do you mostly run your RCs at? Anywhere really, mate. Pretty much anywhere. Anywhere I can. I'm not shy of running them in dusty areas or in sandy areas. I try and avoid the like salty beach just because of rust. So I do try and avoid salt water, but fresh water, whatever, smash it into fresh water. I run them at pump tracks. I run them at skate parks. Yeah, anywhere, literally anywhere. This weekend we've got a organised meet coming up, so that's about 2.5 hours from my house. So I'll chuck a few cars in the car, drive down 2.5 hours, meet up with hopefully loads of other people, and just have a great day, and then probably come home with a lot of broken cars, but part of the fun. Rut Rider, the internet says you can get 60k for a kidney. Send me a link. Send me a link. I mean, it's not legal, but it's an option. All right, maybe don't send me a link. I don't want to end up in some back alleyway. Some idiot stood there like me with a Stanley knife. I'll get your kidney out. No, you're all right. Nathan, if I was a betting man, Craig, I would say there's 12 points on those sides. Yeah, I'd agree. They're still going to go to Heatherton like this. And I will take a spare set of what's on the map. So I'm going to take a spare set of these to run just in case. Because why not? Marks, evening, Craig. Hope you're well, buddy. Good evening, Marks. Thank you for joining in. Yes, I'm very well. In fact, I can be even better. Tea. Got to have the tea. Oh, and Martin Prince. Hello, Martin. Thank you for joining. I'm late. I was on the drum lesson. It's all right, mate. There's no late. There's only just arrived with a crash and bash live. There's no penalty for latecomers. We're happy to have you at any stage. Cheers. Ah, nice cup of tea. Yes, that's it. All doing well. Marks, can I ask what you're working on tonight, Craig? Yes, you can, mate. Tonight, I have been. Well, first of all, I had the Max up here, which is now back over there. I won't go get it again. The Max had a broken arm. In fact, it had two broken arms. One wasn't broken enough for me to change it, but the other one was. So we've changed an arm on the Max. So the Max is now ready to go and bash again. We'll go and send that, not a problem. And my fan had stopped working because the cable had ripped out on the Talion. So we've just fixed that. And then I want to have a little look over the X-Maxx. I'm basically just preparing cars ready for this weekend because we've got a big bash meet coming up this weekend. And I want to take at least 3 of the cars in a working order. So I'm just going to look over them now, give them a little check out. And then that's it. They'll be ready for the weekend. Nath, gonna love you all and leave you all, mate. Thank you for joining in. I do appreciate you being here. I know you've got an early start, so yeah, cheers, mate. Thank you for being here. Why am I struggling so much with this tape? Simple things. Night, Nathan. Hope the cat doesn't bite. Yeah, or pop the waterbed. I know you haven't got a waterbed. Well, I don't know that. It's not like I've been to your house. Said that like I knew, but I don't. I was just guessing. Yeah, good night, mate. Yeah, to be fair, you're not going to be sleeping long enough for her to bother you. No, you'll be up in a few hours. You never know, I might still be live. The missus keeps telling me to do that. Mrs. Crash and Bash. She keeps saying, when you're like on, if you get to 990 subs, or 900 and something, you should go live and say, right, I'm staying live now until I'm at 1,000. And I was like, yeah, but what if that never happens? I want to stay live for like 3 days in the garage, stood here asleep. Not a good look, is it? It's not a good look. So no, I don't think I'll do that. Yeah, my family come up with some funny ideas. Some of them I execute, others I pretend I didn't hear. Right, let's get this just on slightly, just so they don't short out. And I'm not too worried. I know. Some people will look and be like, he didn't solder them, he's just wrapped it in tape. Yes. Only a fan wire. They will be twisted together, wrapped in tape, and then I've heat shrink over them. It's not exactly batteries or ESCs. I obviously solder all them. But it ain't worth firing up the soldering iron for that tiny little cable. Not for me, anyway. Not worth it for me. So I'll just put that on there like so. Slide the heat shrink over it. Come on, heat shrink, there we go. And then maybe just before I test it would be a good idea. You okay, Leo?
Yeah.
How was the game?
Right.
Oh, okay.
Very good.
Fair enough.
Nice little sports.
Oh, you were supporting Barber?
No, no, the other team was.
Oh, okay. Wasn't Mac then?
I can't play.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was a different thing. No, fair enough. Cool. Right, what have I missed? Musa, what happened now? The car's changed, Musa. This is Italian now. It happened. Well, it did happen. The fan cables broke. Oh yeah, test it. I've not plugged it back in again. Let me plug it back in again, then I'll test it. So yeah, not massive exciting build things happening tonight, but they're quite fiddly. And it's all very important. Fans at Heatherton are a must. It does get hot. Mark, so I had my Max out today, and I'm starting to like that truck the more I take it out. It's a different driving style, but I'm starting to pick it up and really enjoying it. Mate, I love my Max. I think the Maxes are brilliant. Yes, they're a different driving style. You know, they're not going to out-handle anything. They're not a race truck at all. But my God, they are so tough. They will take such a beating. I love the toughness of them. Well, as you know, I've got two of them here in the garage. I think they're that good. Yeah. Rum, I'll join your live on your biggest one. It could be a variety show. Yeah, it could be. Luke, hello, Luke. That suspension seems to rise very slowly. Yeah, probably. If I push it right down, it will slowly work its way back up. But it should sit, yeah, it should sit about there. So you've got droop in your arms. As I lift it, they droop down and then they're off the floor. Then as I sit it down and let go, it'll settle. If you push it to the floor and let go, it'll raise back up. Yeah, the suspension on this is pretty good. Pretty good. I like that, Grum, a variety show. A bit of cabaret, bit of magic, do some backflips with the trucks, of course, not me. Ah, burnt my finger. Um, Mark, so I've always had a buggy or a truggy, so the Max is completely different. It's a meagre one, but it's so much fun the more I take it out. Yep. Trucks handle like drunken Labradors, but it's entertaining. Yes. Yes, they do. And that's what I love about it. I mean, I like all RCs. I respect them for what they are. I take this out and I love how this just sort of hugs the ground. It just wants to go in a straight line. You'll turn it and it'll turn like a housefly, just woof, changes direction. And then as you're on the power, it's so just arrow straight this. Rut Rider will tell you, this thing is something else. It really is. I've never had an RC car that is so sure-footed and just capable of big speeds right from the off. It's very good. Very, very good. But yeah, I do like my monster trucks as well. The Max is more durable than an X-Maxx. The X-Maxx is more fun. Again, I think it's down to size, really. Just because of the pure size of the X-Maxx, you can just do mad things with it at great speed. Yeah, if you want durability, just the normal Max is the one. Right, there we go. So that's the fans done on that. I think everything else on this is all good. We'll have a little look over it, check all the turnbuckles are right. I will go round and check the wheel nuts because this being armour, for some reason, does anyone else's armour like to just undo its own wheel nuts? Like literally every battery pack, the wheel nuts come loose. And they are serrated, they are on the right way. Before anybody asks, are they on the right way? Yes, they are on the right way. Yeah, it does seem that every battery pack comes off. They just come loose. Yeah, they're nice and tight now, though. Nice and tight now, that's good. Right, we'll leave that like that for now. Rut Rider, dream to drive that Talion pin sharp. Yeah, it definitely is. Well, the video that I put together when you came down here, Rut Rider, I'm going to put that out, I think, on Thursday, possibly. I might save it till Friday, but chances are I'm going to put that video out Thursday, so it's ready for the weekend. And I managed to get, I couldn't believe it, but I filmed for an hour. When I put all the footage in the editor, I had an hour's worth of footage. And I've managed to literally cram everything down to a 9-minute montage. And then a bit of a damage report and chat in the garage at the end. But it's quite good. It's got the Talion doing some stuff. It's got the X-Maxx doing some stuff. And it's got your Typhon 3S doing some awesome stuff. Marks, I've just got my first pitch of the high voltage lipo. It's really impressed me. It's the 6300, 140C. Boy, does it have some punch to it. Yeah, I've never had a high voltage lipo. They're higher voltage than normal, so I know nothing about them. I'm an idiot when it comes to them. So yeah, tell me a bit about that. What a normal lipo is 4.2 volts, fully charged. What's one of those? And can you just charge it on a normal charger, or will the normal charger only charge it to 4.2? Because it doesn't. Surely a charger without the HV setting won't know to sort of overvolt it, and they won't let you. I don't think. As I say, I don't know. You tell me. I'd like to know a bit more about them because I have seen that there are some high voltage ones, and I think, oh, could I run them just? Could I run two, or a 6S high voltage in this, or would it blow up the ESC? Because this is for 6S, which is a certain voltage, and if it's a higher voltage, is that not going to damage the ESC? In the Max, putting a high voltage 4S in, I would be okay because that's a 6S ESC. 4.35 volts per cell. All right, so they're a little bit more then. Over a 6-cell battery, it's noticeable, isn't it? That's a big enough difference. Oh, this is really dusty. Really dusty indeed. It's not dirty as such though, just dusty. But I think everything looks okay. I'm not actually trying to clean it as such with this, but by touching and rubbing every part, if there's a loose screw or something missing, you tend to see it a bit better. And it's better than going round with your finger just in case there's a sharp edge. Oh, your charger has the HV setting on it. I don't think mine does, these Sky RC T100s. I have got another charger, but that definitely won't have it on. Yeah, yours is a 4S pack and you run it in a Max 8, yeah. So exactly with my Maxes and with my Hubeo, that's a 6S ESC, but I only run it on 4S, so I would get away with running a higher voltage. But yeah, as for this, I don't know. Because this is a 6S ESC. If I ran this on a high voltage 6S, is it going to kill it? Answers below, because I have no idea. Something sounded loose then. Oh, it's the centre drive shaft. I'll let it off. I will let that one go. Moose, a backflip today? Well, I mean, maybe. Maybe. I'll do it with the Max. We'll see if I can pull a ramp out, and I'll see if I can nail a backflip off a ramp with the Max. Because we always do the X-Maxx. We'll give the X-Maxx a rest. And we'll try it with the Max. I could even try it with the Hubeo, but I mean, I could. Where are they? I could whack on these. These are Creighton 6S D-boot. Copperhead 2 D-boot. So I could whack them on this. Bit big though, I think. Well, I'll say it, they're a bit big. They're from a Creighton 6S, which they're all kind of the same, aren't they? They're all kind of the same. Awesome Mooser, yeah. But it's definitely impressed me and I get better runtime on it also compared to my normal 4S pack. Yeah, it's worth thinking about then. I might get some high voltage ones for the Max and for the Hubeo. Not, I don't suffer with runtime with the Max, not at all. But the Hubeo is quite thirsty, and this used to be really thirsty on power, but since doing that ESC update, it's not too bad. I mean, it's still not great, but it's not too bad. Okay, let's. Are we all done with that? I think so. Fans are done. Cables are tidied up. They just plug in and strap down. That's heat sinks. That's zip tied. I think this is ready. Ready for Heatherton, that is. Ready for Heatherton. Let's move that out of the way then. Put that there. I suppose I should do the same with the X-Maxx. Just get that up here and just poke it a little bit and see if I can find any loose parts. And then I'll do a back flip with the mats. Grum, that sounds like a for science section on your next video, Craig. Yeah. We do things for science. Test it for science. That can go. We've used that. Right, I think a lot of these tools can go away now. We like the for science testing. It just makes sense. Gonna have to clear a gap because I do want to get the X-Maxx up. I'm pretty sure the X-Maxx is fine. It'll literally be a 5-minute poke around on it just to check everything's in order. But they did give it a run up and down earlier on, and it was fine. It ran up and down, no problem. No, I'll check the wheel nuts on it. It's always a good thing to check. Scraps that can go. That's a worn out cup, but it's not worn enough that it won't hold a drove shaft. Ideal for a spare for the bag. Okay. Right then, let's get the big boy up here. Oh, I've put away my poker brush, there it was. A little poker brush. So this is a very small, what is it? 12mm paintbrush that I've trimmed right down. So it's just like a little stiff brush. It's great for just poking round in your car and seeing if anything's loose and knocking bits off. But the X-Maxx is not bad at all. Apart from it doesn't fit. Now I can't see the comments. Marts. Mine are exactly the same. My Max is brilliant on runtime, but the SST eats packs and then comes back wanted more. Yes, they are hungry little beasts, aren't they? Those SSTEs, and surprises me really because they're not heavy. They're really light. But I think it's that Max 8 G2 that's in mine, and the fact that with your Max you can't physically be flat out all of the time. Whereas with the Heveo, you can. You can. Rome, if anyone is near Gillingham, there is a Triton 4S for £250. That is a bargain. Kent. Yeah, it's nowhere near me, but that is a bargain. A bargain, I tell thee. Right, my hinge pins are all good. My arms look good. Yeah. Bit of a play in the hub. I'll take spare bearings. My mesh is okay. Everything in here looks alright. Oh no, my ESC seems to have ripped slightly off its plate. Well, no, the plate seems to have ripped slightly off the receiver box. I may need to do something about that because I don't want my my lovely Max 5 being slammed around. But apart from that, all the shocks and everything seem fine. They all return okay. Yeah, they all return okay. Yeah, it all seems to be in order. That's all alright. Yep, steering's alright. They're okay. Oh, is that a crack? Oh no. Is it? Can't tell. So where am I looking? Through the arm there. Do you know what I think? Let me get my light out. I think I may have. Oh yeah, I have. There's a cracked hub there. That's interesting because yeah, that one's not cracked. That one is. Yes, there was a little crack in that hub. I don't think I've got a spare one of them. Let me have a quick look in the spares drawer, which is right here. That's a rear hub, so that's not it. That is right, that's the broken. No. Oh, do you know what? If that's the case, maybe I do. Maybe I do. I'm sure I've got some spares of them. It's just a case of finding them. You just need to dig through. Look, Ryder, I'm not down there till April. Musa, we need to check my diff on my Tamiya. Yeah, I mean, I check mine when they make horrible noises normally. You know, if I can see the gears in my diff on the outside, I know there's a problem. Until then, I keep running until the tyres explode. And then I think, oh, it might need some diff oil. Aha! Aha! Is it that one? Yes, it is, the left one. Okay, so that is what I've broken. I do have a spare. Do I change it now or maybe? Yeah, I think I probably should because this all looks to be okay. I mean, how much of a job is that actually? What time are we at? How long's this gone on? No, no, I think I'll just take that in my spares because it might last. So I won't pick this up and show it to the camera, but I'll show you on here. So where these two little spines are in this, on the one that's on the truck, yeah, just there where these splines meet this, there's a little crack in plastic just here on this one. The sides of it are okay. The strength is all still here, so it might just flex a little bit. I'll take the spare to Heatherton just in case. But yeah, this is why we check over these little things. Apart from that, a couple of screws in that place. The X-Maxx looks okay. Let me turn it round. Ugh. Grum, same person selling an XRT for £675. That's almost too good to be true. I want an XRT so bad, but I don't have a place to run it safely. This is the problem. This is the problem. They are massive. If you haven't got somewhere to run these, then they are dangerous. You will do somebody, or somebody's pet major damage with an X-Maxx or an XRT. So yeah, you want somewhere safe to run it. Definitely. TRX hub upgrades on the X-Maxx. No, Brum, I wouldn't put Praxis aluminium on it because I put these Praxis aluminium parts on the Mac. These are the official TRX upgrades for the Macs, the aluminium ones, and they wear out. They've worn out faster than plastic. It's where the pins go in and where your screws go through everything. They just end up really sloppy and baggy, and that's no good. We don't want it baggy. That's no good. But I've kept it as a spare. But no, I probably won't go TRX. If I was gonna go aluminium, I don't know if Scorch do hubs for this, but I'm really impressed with the scorched hubs on the Talion. But to be honest, I would go with the XRT ones, which I think I did change the steering caster block, or whatever it is. The other part that goes with this, the bit that actually does the turning, because this just sits solid in the suspension, and then you have another bit that turns the stub axle. I broke one of those, so the front of this has got XRT caster blocks. I'm going to call them caster blocks because I think these are the hubs, and the bit that turns would be a caster block. I just had it in my hand and now I've lost it, but yeah, I broke the original X-Maxx one, and I was going to buy RPM ones, but I read that a load of people said don't bother with RPM hubs or arms. Go with these Traxxas HD arms because they're just as good as RPM, and go with XRT hubs and knuckles. So that's what I'm going to do, I think. Unless somebody from Vitavon or M2C want to send me some to test for science, and then I will. But no, I'm not ready to go out and spend that sort of money on hubs and things when most of the time I just wear them out. I just, bend stuff. Mark, super glue it. Yeah, super glue and baking soda now, isn't it? That's what everyone's doing. I've got a hot glue gun. I might fill it with hot glue just to try and take up a bit of that shock. D's, hello D's. Marks is in Nottingham, and they're building on every bit of land they can. Working on the X-Maxx again? No, not really. I was just looking. I'm looking over a couple of the cars because we've got an RC meet this weekend. So I'm just checking that the cars that I'm going to take are okay. So the Max has had a new arm on the front because it had a broken one. The Talion has had a fan connected to it. No, the cables had ripped, so I've reconnected the cable on the fan, so the Talion's now got good cooling again. And I was just looking over the X-Maxx and had just spotted that it had got a little crack in one of these hubs, but it's not broken enough for me to think about changing it. So It's still holding its strength, it's just a little crack. But I've got a spare, so I'll just make sure I take the spare with me, and then it's just a quick fix then, if it needs to be done. Right, yeah, I had friends that lived there, Marks, when HS2 started and they moved to Wales. That HS2 build is mad. I've watched a load of drone footage of people flying over that build, and it's quite fascinating. I mean, if you ignore the cost that's gone into it, and look at it from a builder's perspective, because I'm, carpenter by trade, I've been in the building trade all my life. To look at it from that building aspect, it is quite a thing they're doing. Mm. These faster than the plastic ones. That's so weird. Yeah, they do. I don't think the TRX metal is 7075. I think it's a lower grade. Um, I think obviously Vitavon, Trial, all of those companies make it from high grade aluminium. The Traxxas aluminium isn't fantastic. It looks nice, it's shiny, but it's not 7075. So yeah, I've had much better luck with the plastic ones because they've got flex to them. They will flex when you hit things. And of course it flexes and then bounces back. Metal won't do that. Metal won't flex and bend back. An RC meet. That's cool. Yes, it is. It is cool. We do a couple a year. It's Robbie actually that's hosting it down South Wales, about 2 hours, 2.5 hours from me. So he hosts some down there. We host some at our local track. That's our local club that I'm wearing tonight. We've got like a private outdoor track. Um, so yeah, we all travel around to these different meets and events. It's very cool indeed. Super glue and baking soda works well. It's a budget version of Q-Bond. I'll have to try it. I've seen people on the internet doing it, but I've never done it myself. Never. Are you going to make a video on the RC meet? Yes. Yes, I will be making a video of it this weekend when I go. And I'm going to surprise people. Well, it's a surprise. It's something to do with the X-Maxx. I've got a nice body for it. And I'm going to stand out, let's put it that way. So look out for that video next week sometime. Hopefully it'll be quite funny. Oh. T6061 is the grey Traxxas uses. Right, so yeah, that's less than 7075. I'm guessing it's weaker. I guess I'm not a metal expert at all, but just from my experience, I know that the Traxxas aluminium isn't fantastic. Looks nice, it's not as good as the high-end stuff. Not as good. Right, let's bring this over then, because it's probably about time that we do an indoor backflip, because the crux that I wanted to check over, I've checked over. I'm not even going to bother. Do I put the body on? Should we put the body on for indoor backflips? Just so it's a bit more proper looking. Maybe. Right. So if you slide this ramp out, I'll be with you in a second. Okay. Ramp. Check. We have a ramp. Yes. Let's move the X-Maxx. Oh, gee. There we go. X-Maxx moved. Superman body. No. Well, actually, let me show you something. I have kind of gone a bit Superman with the X-Maxx. Now I'm still waiting. So because the X-Maxx is all red and blue, I went all red and blue with the body, and yeah, it's a bit patinaed as we saw in the other video. But awesome Rut Rider and his wife made and brought over a Superman cape. Check that out. So this, I'm still waiting. I've got some Superman stickers to come. They're going to go on the doors here, big Superman stickers. And the X-Maxx is going to have a cape. So there will be some videos coming out in the future with a cape fitted to an X-Maxx. The Superman cape will be flapping around. Just because why not? Because it's funny. But yeah, we can all thank Rut Rider and his lovely missus for creating that for me. So that is going to be going on there. But no, that's not actually the surprise. But it is going to be very cool to have a Superman cape on an X-Maxx. Yeah, I'd spoke about that before, so I don't mind sharing that with people that are on the live. It's a secret, shh, don't tell everyone. But that will be coming out in a video. Superman X-Maxx. Most definitely. Ah, right. Rum, do you know when the other events are? Yes and no. May. Was it May the 10th? Rut Rider, was it May the 10th? For the camping one? That's at our track. Robbie's, you'll have to check 10BRC for his dates. But, I mean, anytime you want to, if you want to come over, Grum, and you want to go to our track or meet up, let me know, because I'll go to the track any day. Me, you, Rut Rider will all just go and have a bash at the track. So that'll be cool. Grum, 6000 series aluminium is alloyed with magnesium and silicone. 7000 series is alloyed with zinc. I'm a nerd. Mate, that's good nerd information. What I don't know is zinc better than magnesium and silicon? These, yes, nothing ever goes wrong with indoor backflips. What could go wrong? Yeah. BCRC, hello, mate. Hello, BC. Thank you for joining. You've joined just in time for some indoor backflips. That's what we're going to be attempting now. With the Max, we normally do them with the X-Maxx, but we're going to try it with the Max today just to shake things up. Geez, that is amazing. That is cool. Yeah, yeah. Oh, cheers. I'm glad you think it's cool. Well, don't thank me. Thank Rut Rider and his missus. It was my idea, but they executed it. So I think that's probably going to go on for this weekend as well. So that will be coming out in the same video as the meet that I'm going to. Because I will rip it round the track with the cake flying behind it. I think it'll be quite funny. March, you need to put that on, Craig. Yes, it's definitely going to be going on. ABC, ice on the shin. Better make sure it flies if you put that cape on. Oh, it's going to fly. Oh, it's going to fly. I will be sending it full send off any ramp that I can find. Proper Superman mode. Yeah, nice defo, Craig. Yeah, mate. Honestly, we'll arrange it. Yeah, May Riders agree in there. Hearthstone. Craig, have you done the tie bar mod to the X-Maxx upper bulkheads? No, I haven't. I've just added a second metal tie bar to the back of the bulkheads instead of having just one hinge pin brace. Yes. I think you mentioned it on Facebook, didn't you? I have seen a couple of people that have done it. And yeah, I think it's a fantastic idea. I was just looking for the bulkhead then, but yeah, I know exactly what you mean. There's the metal plate on one end, and yeah, put one on the other end, and yeah, it makes it twice as strong. I was going to do a very similar thing with the bulkheads on these, but since taking the metal drive shafts out, they don't break as many bulkheads. So that seems to go very well. Anyway, I'm waffling. And really what you want to see is some backflips. Thank you for joining Hearthstone anyway. Can't remember if I said thank you, sorry. Waffled too much. Rum. In automotive, they use 7K series aluminium in structural areas of the body. Okay. So if the 7K series is structural, I would say that's better then. BC, I've never had a Max. I'd very much like one though. They're great. The Maxes are good. I mean, they're not perfect. No RC car's perfect, but and mine's a bad example. I always say it. Mine is a bad example because it's abused. Both of my Maxes are abused, but for me, in my head, that's what they're for. It's not a show truck. This is a stunt truck. This is made to be sent, and it does get sent lots. Yeah, I'm not scared of breaking this. It's like, whatever. It's been held together by zip ties and glue so many times. Yeah, I'm not worried about breaking this. Definitely not. A Max was my first RC I got when I was really into RCs. No way, that's a good car. See it first. Definitely. I have to slowly ramp up to get a Max or an X-Maxx. No, Grum, I reckon, you handle the MT8. These aren't as wild as an MT8. Well, it is if I put 6S in it, but on 4S, no, these are all right. You'd be okay. And at some point, everyone needs an X-Maxx. You have to experience an X-Maxx. I do love them. BC, I'm aiming for either an X-Maxx or an XRT. Need to save up some pennies though. Yeah, either one of them, you can't go wrong. Either one of those trucks are very good. Hearthstone. Oh wow, I'd really recommend looking up X-Maxx bulkhead mod. I broke 2 upper bulkheads in the same spot. It's a nice, easy job. Cool. I have seen it. I've watched a couple of videos and thought to myself, yeah, want it. We're going to get it done. I want an X-Maxx. But I want a few more cars before I start going for it. Yeah, there's plenty of other cars that are just, they're as fun as an X-Maxx. There's loads. I mean, the X-Maxx isn't the be-all and end-all. Don't think that you're going to get an X-Maxx and you're never going to have issues with it, because you will. You will. You definitely will. Bro, I need to be monetized before I can get an X-Maxx. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. You're not far off now, Grum. You're not far off. It'll happen before you know it. I mean, I'm not monetized yet, but I don't know if I ever will be. It's just fun, isn't it? I'll enjoy the process nonetheless. Uh, we're all guilty of that. Yeah, yeah. Graham, I'd recommend finding one used. I found one used, almost brand new. $800 with batteries and charger. Yeah, 100%. No point in buying an RC car to sit on a shelf. Absolutely agree. Nothing sits on the shelf too long here. Nothing. Oh, you meant financially, Graham? Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, build up to it. Buy and sell. What I think you were saying about starting off with a paper clip the other day. Keep going. If you know what you're looking for, I recommend looking for a bit of a dirty one. Because you can get those $500. Just got to clean it, make sure it all works, and test drive it first. Yeah. Well, I mean, mine when I got my X-Maxx, you to look at it, you would think, oh, it's been really well looked after, but I think the bulkheads had never been changed, so it just kept destroying its discs. Since basically rebuilding it from the ground up, it's been a lot better. It has been a lot better. Where I'm only 940 more subs. Well, if you only need 940, if we combined my subs and your subs, we could have a monetized channel. We should do that. I wonder if YouTube will let us do it. I have about 12 different RCs, and the X-Maxx is absolutely my favourite. Yeah, I agree. The X-Maxx, for just all-out fun, is the best. Musa, backflip time. Yeah, sorry, mate. I get carried away with chatting. Yeah, let's fire this up. There's no fans on this, so this isn't too loud, thankfully. Well, it's not loud at all because there's no fans on it. I don't bother with fans on the mats because I just kill them. Fans just get killed, and we don't want that. So we'll drop this down here, like so. Ooh. Oh, I tell you one thing I've just noticed. I might need to bring that back up. The servo moved then when I done steering. I don't know if they're loose or if they're out of place or what. Not ideal. They're a little bit loose. Right, that's better. Try again. Right, try again. Uh, Hearthstone. I've just got an M2C X-Maxx pistons, hoping that makes it land more plush, less slap. The issues that the X-Maxx have are quite easy to solve, though. Nothing that costs $200. Yeah, stock servo and electrics are fine. Yeah, they're fine until they give in. It's no point ripping them out if they work. Yeah, the X-Maxx out the box isn't bad. Hardened steel gears, captured hinge pins do make a difference. And that's about it. Send it then after that, innit? Fix what breaks. Grum, don't worry about the subs. It's the watch hours that take the time. I'm only on about 1100 watch hours. Yeah, it is the watch hours. It is. I mean, really open and transparent with all of mine. I still need 600 watch hours. This is why I've started doing lives and just slightly longer videos. I'm sure I'll get there. I think I need another 100 subs and another 600 watch hours. But I'm up I'm up at 3,400 and something as from today. So yeah, just keep going. Yeah, don't worry about the subs. Just keep filming stuff that you enjoy. Put videos out that you like to watch. And you'll find your crowd. Your crowd will find you. Definitely. Unfortunately, to make money, you would also have to watch all of your videos 940 times every time you post. Yes. Hearthstone. Oh, wow. I've never had an issue with dips. If you had cracked diff, that would definitely eat them. Also, Craig, you seem to be on a heavy delay. Can you lessen it at all? What, a delay from when you comment to when I read? I mean, if that's the case, I'm trying to catch up on comments. But no, I have no option about a delay. As long as my voice is in sync with what I'm doing. Yeah, it's probably as I'm reading comments out. You may have commented a few minutes ago, but I try and get them all. I try and get all the comments. I try while I can anyway. I mean, if the live gets busy, it's a bit more difficult. But while there's a few people in and a few people commenting, I think it's nice to interact and keep going. Yeah, don't trap your finger. No, I didn't. I wish my armor Talion. I wish I got the armor Talion because they're expensive and hard to find. Yes. Do you own any nitro cars? No, I don't, Marks. I used to, but I don't anymore. But I am going to get a two-stroker. Uh, Make sure you talk that to spec. How the hell are you, man? Mate, Weber fan, thank you for joining. Yeah, as you know, with my Max, everything gets perfectly talked to spec. There is no dodgy parts in my Max whatsoever. Yeah. Oh no, I've dropped the camera. Wait. You were just having a very close look at a plug. Right, let me get this turned down a bit like this, because that's where I'm going to be attempting the backflip. Shall I move this towel off this line so we can see a bit more maybe? I'll push it all to this side. Wrap it up there like that. Right. VCRC. The subs will come in thick and fast before you know it, but it's literally just getting people to stay tuned into your videos. Live streaming is a good way to top up your watch hours, though, mate. So keep it up. Thank you. We do try. I do try. I have fun. This is going to go just north. I might need to point you up a little bit more than that because I got a feeling that the map is going to go up. As long as it doesn't hit the garage motor, I'll be okay. Uh, yes, live as it does have a slight delay. I dropped you. I did. Sorry. Is the cape going on? Not on the Max. The cape is for the X-Maxx. Weber fan, give it the beans. Backflip time. Do a backwards flip. Well, we'll try it all. Should we just hit it? Should we hit it? I think I've caught up with most of the comments. The mix is ready. I think you can see, can't you? Let's go. It's certainly going to flip. We'll try again. I'll just move that a bit out of the way and get a bit more of a run. We're going to hit it. Ready, steady, go. There you go. I did just see a comment that said, land in the chair. Right, well, it's not quite the chair I was aiming for, but it has landed in a chair. There we go. The Max is a little nutter. Fridge. Move my X-Maxx stand out of the way. They all like a bit of carnage. I wonder if I plonk something under it. It's the chariot with a chariot shot. 10 points for the window. Coffee table down. My wife would kill me if I was doing this in the house. My wife would also kill me if I was doing this in the house, but thankfully this is the garage. I'm in quite a lucky situation where all of this floor down here is a garage. The garage door's literally like there, just that way. I can open the garage. I could drive a car into here, full size car, and I've got like a toilet and a utility room down here. So I'm allowed to be an idiot down in the garage, but I am not allowed to take RC cars upstairs. That is a big no. Big no. I did do it in one video and I got told off, but it was funny. It made for great content, so it was worth it. Oh. Right, we'll hit this once more, I think. It's almost like I need more runner. But then I think, as I'm hitting it faster, I think the ramp's moving as I'm hitting it. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll wedge the ramp with the X-Maxx. That's the idea, isn't it? If I put that there, right there. Is that going to work? Maybe. Maybe. There's one way to find out, isn't there? There is one way to find out. Let's do it. He's not allowed upstairs. Mrs. Crash and Bash. That's my wife, obviously, Mrs. Crash and Bash. He's not allowed upstairs. Yeah, don't try this at home, kids. Gotta have a beer fridge too. Yes, well, I've got a freezer. Over there in that corner, there's a chest freezer, so I put the beers in there. I just need to remember to take them out because they do explode. Backflip the chariot. Steady speed, then give it the beans while on the ramp. I did try that, and it wheel spins a lot. I could. I've got this. Well, actually, I know what I'll do. I've got a strip of carpet here that I'm stood on. Yes, I've got carpet in my garage. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh yeah, it just got real. Right. That's awesome. I want a proper man cave like that. It's alright, yeah. Do a flip off the chair. It's funny. Give him a remote and he goes nuts. I can't help it. Mrs. Crash and Bash is definitely a legal thing, by the way. Mrs. Crash and Bash has her own channel. There's no content on it, but it'd be hilarious if you all went over and subscribed to her. I'm thinking about letting Mrs. Crash and Bash do just posts, but of like just pictures of behind the scenes. So when I'm doing mad things on camera or building or whatever in the house, she can just post sort of behind the scenes pictures on her channel. Just for now. So I think that'd be quite fun. Oh yes, it goes up now. Oh, that's good. Right, we'll do one more and then I'll stop because it is getting a bit late and I've got neighbours. I'm not worried about me, it's my neighbours. There we go. Oh, it's all good fun. It is all good fun. Yeah, I do like having the garage and doing mad things down there. And I'm sure Mrs. Crash and Bash likes me being down here and not harassing her. Right then, let's unplug that. Right, turn your back round. Turn your back round to the bench. Here we go. Here we go. Mrs. Crash and Bash. This is like a wild party. Mrs. Crash and Bash is the authority around here. She is. She might end up with an RC upstairs in a minute. Yeah, we send it like through the ceiling. Lenny's just as bad. When Lenny was here and we were doing flips on another live stream, he said, "Oh, if I get a bigger runner, I want to get a flip and then like plant all four wheels on the garage ceiling and then power off it and land back on the floor." No. Mrs. Crash and Bash has been to a few wild parties. Yes, we do. We used to in our youth. Wild parties. Go to them, host them. Yeah, we like parties. We like singing and going nuts and just enjoying ourselves. Life's too short to be too serious. Have fun in it. Have fun. Play with toys. It was 1.5 flips. Yeah, I was going to go for a double, but it didn't quite get the rotation. Chair hit down off the rim. Yeah, she has peace upstairs. We're fan. If I had an RC car like that, I'd end up in A&E. What do you mean? No, that sounds like a great idea. Yeah, yeah. Well, this isn't too bad for A&E. This one's quite safe. It's when you're doing them with the X-Maxx that gets a bit like, whoa. The X-Maxx is a bit scary. Not close coming at you. It is a bit terrifying, but it is all good fun. Right, all. That is me prepared and ready for Heatherton. So, yeah, I've got a video coming out on Thursday, let's say. That's of when Rut Rider came down to me and we went out to the pump track. We took the Talion, we took the X-Maxx. He brought a Typhon, a Gamma 6S that he broke an arm on before I could even film, so that's not on the video. And a Big Rock 3S, and his Typhon 3S. So yeah, look out for that. As for that, I suppose now I won't be live until Hetherton. I think what I'll do actually is while I'm at Hetherton, I will be doing filming and socialising and playing. But if I get a chance, I'm going to do at least a 20-minute, half an hour live stream from the bash. If it all goes ahead and the weather's nice, and yeah, I think why not? I'll go live while I'm there, just for a few minutes. Let you all see live what's happening. And yeah, I won't be live until then. Unless, of course, I go out with this tomorrow and break it. That might happen. So I may be live again this week, fixing if I break something on this. But we'll see. It seems to be performing well. It's taken a few hits there in the garage. It's all fine. It makes happy noises. It is loud because I've got metal on metal gearing, but apart from that, I am all good. Right. Great live, dude. Thank you. Time for me to go before the Rozzers show up. Take care. Yes. Let's all escape. Let's run away while we can. By the way, if you like RC backflips, you have to like the stream. Yeah, definitely. If you've stayed this far into it and you're still watching, definitely give me a like. It's got to be worth it. I mean, I do backflips indoors. All for fun, isn't it? Right. As I pour this cup of tea, then, I shall bid you all a very good evening. And I do hope you're very well. Please continue to watch and see all my stuff. I'm amazed that people watch. I'm amazed that people join. And I am very thankful of it. I do really appreciate that people come and join while I do these things. So yeah, I'm done. Thank you very much. Have a good evening, everybody. And I will see you again soon in videos, live streams, thoughts, all the rest of it. Right. Cheers all.